So to finish up our notes, again, we have a hot mess top and bottom. I'm going to stick with what I said. I'm going to go for y always. Isolate y. And then I'm going to isolate y for both. But I will show you this time how you don't have to isolate y for both. I'm going to isolate y for our top example. So for 5x plus y equals 2x squared plus 6. So we're going to cross and we're going to get y by itself. So we're going to subtract 5x. There isn't a 5x over here, but I like him in the middle because that means he's in standard form and in descending order of exponents for a quadratic. All right, so y equals. Now, you could go ahead and move that 4x and come up with a linear there too. But in case you don't want to do the movement thing, because you know that's where you mess up, this whole thing is equal to y. So just like we've been plugging them in and making them equal to each other, because it was y equals, this could go in the place of y here. So that would be 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. So that whole thing is y plus 4x equals 7x minus 2. This 4x, these parentheses don't mean anything, just showing you that that is this blue box over here that got plugged in. So we want to combine like terms on one side before we move across the equal marks, in my opinion. So I have a negative 5 and a positive 4x. So now on the left side, I should have 2x squared minus x, and maybe you want to put that 1, plus 6 equals 7x minus 2. Now we want to get this quadratic in standard form. So we're going to subtract 7x from both sides, put it with that negative x, and I'm going to add 2 and put it with my 6. So on our standard form side of our quadratic, 2x squared minus 8x plus 8. Now, again, we always would like this to be 1x squared. So if a could be 1, so that 2, I always try to check before I even try to pick my next movement. Even if it's quadratic formula or factoring, always check for a GCF. So in this case, 2 does go into both of our 8s. So I'm going to pull him out just to get our numbers smaller. Minus 4x plus 4. And we're back in that situation where I don't have multiples of 4. Yes, I do. Negative 2 times negative 2 would give me a positive 4. And negative 2 plus negative 2 would give me a negative 2 in the middle. So again, I like to try to factor if I can, but if it doesn't make sense to you what I'm saying, if quadratic formula, it will work every time. So you just have to practice and be really careful. So negative b plus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a will work every time. So I'm looking for the multiples of 4. So 1 and 4, 2 and 2. But 2 times 2, positive, won't add to a negative 4. So negative 2 positive does multiply to a positive 4 and add to a negative 4. So then I'm going to have 2 times x minus 2 times x minus 2. And realistically, you're probably going to see this answer in factor form, and it's going to look like this, because that square root means write that entire factor binomial twice. And then at that rate, we just need to solve, and you can solve them split or solve them together, because ultimately it's going to be the same thing. So x minus 2 equals 0. Move it over. X equals 2. And if I do it again, I still get 2. So I know my x value is going to be a 2. And we are going to go and plug it in because the solution would be a coordinate. So we want to plug that back into our equation. And I'm going to need to erase because I can't see the equations when I scan down. So we're going to take that 2 and plug it in to the first one. So 5 times 2 plus y equals 2 times 2 squared plus 6. So 2 squared, because we always want to do our exponents first. So 2 times 4 plus 6 equals y. And some of you are going to think I'm writing out too much, and that's fine. But I just want everyone to see where these numbers are coming from. And I also, especially while I'm talking, teaching, have to make sure I don't make majorly bad mistakes. So 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to clean up this side. 8 and 6 is going to give me 14. I need to get y by itself, so I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. So y is going to be 4. So in our first equation, when x is 2, y is going to be 4. In our second equation, it should work exactly the same. So y plus 4 times 2 equals 7 times 2 minus 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So y plus 8 equals 14 minus 2, which will give us 12. Subtract 8 from both sides. And y is going to give us 4, just like we had before. So our solution set to this system is when x is 2, y is 4. So this would be your answer. So the coordinate is the actual answer for all of the system, whether it be linear or nonlinear. All right, guys, great job for sticking in there.